Holy Spirit, angels, ancestors, guides, my team of the highest line resonance, thank you for raising me out of my bed. Thank you for this blessed Obatala Sunday. Divine masculine, make it hot. Divine feminine, make it hot. I said spirit, make it pop. What's up, my unit? How are you? Yes, do you know where we are? Yes, we're back by the tracks. Long time we haven't been here. Yeah, man. It's so funny because I haven't seen it, right? I haven't seen the Michael Jackson movie yet, but you know me already. But I just find it funny because I'm like seeing all the reviews and everybody's like, especially the black cultures, everybody's saying like, leave it alone. It was such a good movie. Everybody's disappointed and upset at the fact that everybody wanted more, wanted, to hear and see some of the bad stuff. And I'm like, that's just it. Like, we live in a world where they're so smart, where they would make a movie that only has the good parts. And it sounds like majority of the film, everybody's just sitting there watching music videos be made through point of view, right? They wouldn't share the bad stuff because we would watch it once, chop it up, get upset at the fact that we're seeing the negative light of things and leave the movie alone. They make more money off of the positive aspect of it. Does that make sense? Even though there's so much other stuff that we wanted to hear and see, right? But then they leave us to all those crappy Lifetime movies, right? Wasting my time with the TLC, wasting my time with with the Tony Braxton. You know what I'm saying? When they want to go and tell some other stories about people, this is what they want to do. So I'm like, yeah, I don't really. I'm like, I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna see it, but I'm like trying to figure out the hype, just like Sinners. You're sitting back and you're understanding like what Sinners is. I thought Weapons was a better movie, right? The message in Weapons was way better in the aspect of where we are in the world and what it is that is really moving in the evil eye energy of power and magic, right? How simple it is to control somebody, right? Because that's what it was, using people as weapons. But how did they do it? Through the magic, right? But then we're watching another side that I feel like is so typical, right? Sinners was such a typical story of black people and culture and music and how they use us in our divine energy of healing through sound and drums and all this other things, and then showing everybody in the cultural aspect, dancing around in the circle. It's like, oh my god, it was such a good movie. I'm like, he did okay. Nothing too Oscar for me. But because, we don't really get much, right? We'll take what we get. So I'm like, call me a hater. I don't give a fuck. Is how I see things. If I ever was to really share some of the shit that I really know and how spirit gives it to me in a certain way, like even the Scorpio energy that's here this month, like the spiritual community, some of you guys would like, you guys wouldn't even be able to handle yourself. That's why I keep a lot of my talk to myself, because some minds can't handle them here. As simple as like my last post, right? Red pill, blue pill. Here we are again, right? We're always here, right? But yo, watch out for these motherfuckers out here, man. The audacity again is always at an all-time high with these guys. But because the IQ level has gone completely down, right? These motherfuckers just be burning bridges. The bridges that that clearly that they need. If I ever give you the story, and I'm going to. I'm about to drag you. Okay, I'm about to drag you. I'm gonna have some fun with your ass because I've been waiting for my 50 moment, right? But you see how that Cancer exposed that Scorpio, right? I've been waiting for my moment since last year, and I've been feeling like this, but I was like, you know what? Let me not participate in that for a second. But Spirit's giving it to me because these people clearly, right, don't have anywhere else to go to, and they find their way in such DMs, and you lend an offering hand. Let me tell you about the sinkhole. Spirit told me about the sinkhole, right? This time of abundance, right? Keep it to yourself, right? Don't help these people. And I'm sorry. This comes down to, I said this message to you guys already, and some of you guys won't be able to take this. But this is for the ones who are really tired and really know that they're not. It's a hell no. These people need to figure it out for themselves, right? They may lose their car, they may lose their house, their kid may not go to school. There's so many other depressing scenarios that I could share with you. Nobody gives a flying fuck. Figure it out. You're dumb to come to me. You feel me, my unit? Let them, because let me tell you about the sinkhole, right? I know this one many times, but I like this one was practiced again in a certain way. But sometimes even with your abundance, when you have your abundance and you have things mapped out, these are for the times right now. But this is about abundance times, right? Keep your abundance to yourself. I'm a firm believer too. Like I can teach others to find their money, right? Right now we're using our gifts to find our money, right? So if you're physically good at something, it's about finding other people who want to learn from you in the same aspect or figuring out why they should learn from you. But you're good at it, you have a skill, right? So taking your gifts. So I can help people make money off of like what it is they're doing, right? Oh, you like this? Okay, there's a community of this. Go out there and teach it, right? The motivation to make to be you, right? You're not giving that up to anybody anymore. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna have to work for that, right? So at this time, when I see how spirit is really replenishing us to focus on ourselves, but at the same time to make sure that we don't waste our resources on people and places that beyond ungrateful, right? Right? This is their karmic energy, and when you put yourself into their karmic loop and you help them in a certain way, you fuck yourself. So the sinkhole, right? That I've seen, right? It works like this. Let's just say you have a plan, right? And you have a plan with your money, right? And something comes in and asks you to sacrifice, and you at this time want to say no. You've been here many times before and you're like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to say no. I want to help but I can't. You know what I'm saying? The sinkhole usually happens, right, when you do that, and all of a sudden, even when you think that you are still on track with what you're doing, you still start going into the negatives. You still start going down, right? Example, let's just say you have $500. Somebody asks you for $100, right? You are gauging to spend $100 a week for the next 4 weeks, meaning, right, you would have $100 left over, right? So you're budgeting already for yourself. You already have $100 left over, right? The weeks haven't come out yet, but you already know the plan that you're going into, right? So it's week one and you have $500 and somebody asks you for $100, right? The lesson that I'm giving you this Scorpio full moon is tell that motherfucker no. Because you see, when you think, even if you're getting it back, even if you don't trust her, get all this other thing, let's forget that. Sinkhole energy, right, is when these energies are fucked up on the outside and they come in and with your throat chakra and your communication of saying no and your authority, and you do that, all of a sudden now your plan gets screwed and you'll start going and spending that projected money that you had budgeted more than you did, and all of a sudden now, and it's all because you let in that sinkhole, or should I say asshole. You don't want to take it there. Could be. Don't know. Usually they turn into them. But I'm telling you, and I've been wanting to tell you guys this in such a deep way, but it's like, can't tell people what to do, right? But at the same time, you know how you feel, right? So the same bridges that you build with these, don't be afraid to burn them. And if you have burned bridges in the past, understand what you're doing. Because some of these people out here, I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, if I was to ever tell you the latest, right, with your Fisher Price fucking beats, I'm coming for your ass, eh? Wait, I'm giving you some time, right? I'm giving you some time, right? Because that's how nice I am, even though time has been up and I don't move like that, right? The masculine energy, you're nothing if you don't have your word, okay? So you might as well shut the fuck up if you can't do it and you can't fulfill it, right? And just hold that in your balls and understand that that's how it feels, right? When you're weak, right? But don't talk up if you can't do it. And this is why the feminine gets upset. And at the same time, the feminine energy inside of yourselves too. Enough of you guys are in your masculine. Gonna talk enough shit as well. So be ready to back that shit up too. That's why if you just go silent and move like that, it won't hurt as much, right? Best revenge is your paper. People are trying to stunt. That's what I'm saying. They're trying to stunt on people. I'm walking up to things now and I'm like, oh, really? Right? It's all a stunt. Like, would these things really be carrying on like this? Would they really care? Would they really change up? Would they really, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, they're doing it to stunt. You see what I'm saying? So watch how you're gonna get back at it with my unit. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just you could lose your energy, or you can sustain your energy, right? Or you can actually call back and pull. You feel what I mean? Because these energies are out here, they're mimicking. It's a mimic, and it's all a show, right? So if you're like, you know, the one, you know what I'm saying? You got to put yourself back on, and this is the time to put yourself back on. This is a bounce back, and this is for you, right? For you. Ain't nobody else gonna be able to tell you you look good in the morning, and if you don't, and if they feel it, you don't. From whence you know you do, you know we can tell you, you know that type of confidence, and you may look like shit, right? But that's when you go back and you switch anyways. But you tell them that I don't give a right? It is what it is. We're building back up that confidence, right? Because there's certain things in life that shouldn't affect others, but if it does, right? It's because you see what I'm saying? You still got it. You're the one. Right? You're the one. Spirit's like there's a picking energy, like, you know. Even if some of you people, if some of you guys are parents and you feel like your kids are being picked on at this time, right? They're being picked on. You're trying to help them through the times of school, and you're not there, but you're trying to build them up, right? It's really listening to the situation, right? Because your kids can't go to war and you don't want to teach them that, but you want them to, like, that fear inside of others, because they know the spirit in you of how you handle things is where you start teaching your children that, right? You don't teach them to war. You teach them to build that confidence inside, that they know why this is happening, right? Their individuality, their uniqueness. You see what I'm saying? Make sure you build that up into these kids nowadays, right? Because if you're building these overconfident motherfuckers out here that really think that and they're really not, you see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, because that's all I'm seeing now. I grew up in a certain sense, and I'm like, a lot of the wow, mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. I was about to take it there, so it's like, don't, so I'm not. Actually.